my last video, I talked about the law of attraction and what that was in detail. I left a few stuff out. I wanted to make a more in-detailed video about it, but I didn't want to bore you guys to death. But I appreciate everyone who watched it all the way through, and is now at this video, the second video. So now I'm gonna show you the law of attraction and show you how this is real and how you can apply it to your everyday life. Okay? The thing that runs our life the most is what we think about before bed. Because remember, when people go to bed angry, they usually wake up angry. When people go to bed happy, they usually wake up happy. So in my previous video of how I was talking about overnight and how that sucks and we all shouldn't work overnight because of the pineal gland, I talk about cell division. And at night, your body grows through cell division, and this is how you recover. The cell breaks up into more cells, breaks up into more cells. This is how you recover. So when you do this, each cell, each atom has energy, has vibration. So when you multiply a negative vibrating atom, it's going to multiply obviously into another negative vibrating atom or cell. So when you go to bed angry, your cells are going to multiply into more angry cells. This is why you wake up angry. So we need to go to sleep happy. This is why prayer as well is the key. And I'm not talking about prayer to where I say, I want something, I want something. Prayer is, I'm grateful for having these things in my life, to show gratitude and to imagine on what it is that you want in life. Doing this when you go to sleep, your brain actually fluctuates in brain waves. You go from a beta state to an alpha state of mind when you go to sleep. Obviously, your subconscious takes over. Your conscious mind goes to sleep and your subconscious takes over. This is very, very powerful. This is how training gets done. This is how programming gets done through the subconscious, through meditation, through sleeping. This is how hypnosis works, because they shut your conscious mind off and they're talking to the subconscious. Do you get what I'm saying? You got to go to sleep happy. And I'm going to give you this technique to do before you go to sleep. So that way, when you are sleeping and your cells are multiplying and regenerating, they're going to be regenerating in this vibrating feeling of what it is that you want to manifest. You get what I'm saying? So before you go to sleep every single night, if you sleep on your right side, if you sleep on your back, if you sleep on your stomach, I want you to sleep in a position to where you do not normally sleep, every night. Being in sort of an uncomfortable position in a way. I'm not telling you to be so uncomfortable you can't sleep, but just being in a different position. This is going to help the mind in obviously realizing that, hey, something's going on here, something's new. We're going to do this small test. We're going to climb a ladder. At this very moment, right now, close your eyes and imagine a ladder in front of you. You can see the ladder, you can smell it, you obviously can feel it. Now take your imaginary right hand, put it on the ladder. Take your imaginary left hand, put it on the ladder. Take your imaginary right foot, put it on the ladder. Now I want you to push up, of course, in your imagination, push up on the ladder and feel as if you were climbing up the ladder one by one. But I need you to sit here and feel wholeheartedly that you are climbing this ladder. Like, feel exactly what it would feel like. You want to add emotion to this. This is the key, emotion while your imagination is going. So, you climb up this ladder, you climb back down. You climb up again, you climb back down. You do this repeatedly until you go to sleep. I want you to do this for about 4 days, 5 days maybe. But do this repeatedly before you go to sleep. And I need you to go to sleep while doing this. So give yourself some time. If you normally go to sleep quickly and knock out, give yourself just a little bit of time to try to do this before bed. The days will go on and you will get better 100% for sure. When you wake up, I need you to put in places where you look at every day. So whether that be the bathroom mirror, the back of your phone, the computer, in your car, on the door, wherever it is, I need you to write, I will not climb a ladder. Because I want you to prove to me that I'm wrong. I want you guys to prove to me that wrong. When you are sleeping, before you go to bed, I want you to climb this ladder in your imagination. But throughout the day, I want you to see these notes of I will not climb a ladder. And you wholeheartedly tell yourself, you're not climbing no ladder. Nothing, no ladder. This video will change your life. If you can climb this ladder in real life, that proves to yourself that you can climb a ladder in your dreams. The reality has to bring you a ladder where you climb a ladder. But throughout the day, tell yourself, I am not climbing a ladder. By doing this, like I said, your cells are multiplying into the feeling of I want to climb a ladder. So more and more cells are going to regenerate. Those cells are going to vibrate the frequency of I want to climb a ladder. The universe is going to bring you that frequency, that attraction of I want to climb a ladder. So I want you to do this. Again, this was taught by Neville Goddard. This man was so amazing to teach people for no money. And again, he's absolutely right. People who want to teach you to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, and they want to charge you for it, is a fraud. I will never charge you to tell you this information, because if this is true and this is proof, I can use this to make my own money. I don't need your money, you guys' money. That just proves I'm a fraud if I can't do this myself. You get what I'm saying? So I want you guys to try this. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain out of this. I promise you. If you climb that ladder, the law of attraction works for you. Guys, I am so serious about this technique. I have a success story that I'm going to post with this video in just a few seconds. How this man actually met Neville Goddard in person, thought he was a fraud, took his challenge about climbing the ladder and used his technique to make over multi-millions of dollars. Again, all he has to do is imagine it, and the universe will bring it to him according to your specific situation in life, how you are doing specifically in life. Remember, everybody is different, so the universe is going to bring it to you specifically, however it can, the safest way and the most fastest way possible. So for me, let's just say, the universe could say, hey, we have this sponsorship who wants to sponsor you for $1 million because they saw your content on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm into YouTube, that's in my reality. But for you, it could be something like, oh, hey, you had an aunt who passed away years ago who left this great deal of fortune for you. You know, it could have came out of nowhere, or you could have had an idea that led you to get these millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying? But the universe is going to give it to you. I can guarantee you this 100% it is going to give it to you. So by doing this technique, again, you have nothing to worry about in life. Once you realize, because you could just imagine your way out of any harm or any situation, anything. So I'm going to share with you guys a success story right now.
And I thought, this guy is fucking nuts. But I took his challenge and I climbed a ladder to sleep for 3 nights. My mother called me and said she wanted me to come see her on Saturday. She had something she wanted to talk to me about. Now, I'd been sick. I had dengue fever, and I almost died with it. It came on me 3 times. And so I didn't have any money or a car or anything. And my mother wanted to see me, so I took a bus to Santa Monica. And I get off the bus and I'm walking to the house. Mm-hmm. My father's on top of the roof. And he said to me, son, would you hand me that bucket of paint? I picked up the bucket of paint and I almost fainted because I'm halfway up the ladder. And I had written, I won't climb a ladder on everything. It was on the wall. It was exactly like he said. You've got to put it everywhere you look. I'm not going to climb a ladder. I'm not going to climb a ladder. Oh God, it's written there. It's written here. And you mean it. You mean you will not climb a ladder. You refuse. You're going to prove that fucking Neville is an asshole and you will not climb a ladder. Okay. I get off the bus. I'm coming home. Dad's on the roof, says, would you hand me that bucket of paint? I pick up the bucket of paint and I'm halfway up the ladder and I thought, I climbed a fucking ladder. Just like this guy said. And he said, anybody that climbs the ladder can come back next Sunday. It's a much smaller meeting in the back of the Wilshire Eville. So I went to that meeting the next Sunday. And he says, now you all climbed the ladder. He says, and you could have just as easily made $1 million in cash as you did in climbing the ladder. I'm going to teach you how to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, and you're never to give me a dime. I do this because I like to do it. And bingo, I took off. And $25,000 was like $250,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
And in the next couple months, I made $25,000 just doing the exercise like he said. And I'm going to see him, with him in the meetings, and he's going over all this shit. So I did the exercise of getting my own studio, and bingo, I got it, just like that. And that's been my life ever since.
You made millions.
Huh?
You made millions.
Yeah.
Multi-millionaire.
I was, at one time I was about 3 million. I had an unbelievably interesting life because I have no worries. I have nothing to worry about because I know if I get into any kind of trouble that I can imagine my way out of it, because the thing that runs your life and everybody else's life is what you're thinking when you go to sleep. That's what runs your life completely. If you take my advice, you will never go to sleep depressed. You will never go to sleep unhappy.
Wasn't that amazing, guys? Seriously. Multi-millions of dollars by this technique that he went to see this guy, random guy he thought was an asshole who wanted money. Did you see that? He thought he was just regular, one of us, people who doubtful. Exactly, that's exactly who I am. I'm doubtful. I'm not going to just believe shit. But when you hear the same thing over and over and over again, and then you see these success stories about people who are doing the same things that you hear over and over and over again, you have to believe that there has to be some truth to it, right? I've done research into this. There's truth into it. This is the truth. This is the hidden knowledge that this government, that this world does not want you to know. If you know this, then they know that they cannot control you. And that's what it's all about, control and domination, correct? Living in this systematic life that we live in, working this 9 to 5, can't really be and express who we really want to be anymore, because we're going to get judged by the world, who got their judgmental and all their beliefs through their parents and through everything that they've been through in life, which was influenced by the government. Huge influence by the government and what we see in everything. So it all equals back to control. We can never be free until we learn true knowledge. This is how we are going to ascend into this reality. And it is time to exit the matrix, people. Get out. Wake up. We all have true hidden powers that you haven't even scratched the surface. Some powers are even superpowers you might think are impossible. I can prove it to you how possible it is. Do this technique, guys. You have nothing to lose at all, but you have everything to gain. I promise you, if you do research about life, every person who ascend, it all comes down, and we all think and we all get to the same place down the road, the law of attraction. And there was one person who did try to show us the law of attraction in detail, and everybody knows him. He was Jesus. He didn't walk on water because he thought he could. He walked on water because he absolutely 100% believed he could. Now, I'm not saying that I'm religious or whatever the case is, and I'm not saying that this is a religion. No, this is just the truth, the knowledge that comes with it. And this knowledge has been scientifically proven through atoms, vibration, the double slit experiment, through quantum mechanics, through everything. We're getting down. We're getting down in the nitty-gritty of our body and our atoms. And sure, this government is doing it for a different reason. They're doing it for, to control, of course. But this just proves, along the way, it proved the law of attraction, and it proved everything, that the knowledge that was lost millions of years ago when they edited our Bible back in the 300 BC, I think. Don't quote me. But it was that long ago. Guys, it's time to wake up. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you, guys. Again, this is Rene, and I just want to make your life easier.